This week, diplomatic alarms gave way to a fragile, tentative pause in fighting around Gaza. After months of intense violence, negotiators secured a phased, U.S. brokered arrangement, one that includes the release of dozens of Israeli hostages and the transfer of thousands of Palestinian detainees in exchange for temporary pauses in military operations. The deal, staged October 10th to 12th, 2025, opens the door to a regional conference on Gaza reconstruction in Egypt, a summit meant to tie humanitarian relief to political oversight. For civilians, the immediate impact is relief in uncertainty, aid entering besieged areas, families reunited, but deep distrust remains. For diplomats, the question is simple. Can this temporary truce be turned into lasting stability, and at what political cost? We will follow people on the ground, the commitments from world leaders, and the humanitarian corridors that determine whether this ceasefire lasts beyond this fragile week. The U.S. entered a partial government shutdown on October 1st, and through the week of October 6th to October 12th, 2025, the impacts have multiplied. Hundreds of thousands of federal employees are furloughed or working without pay. Essential data releases and research programs have been suspended, and major cultural institutions temporarily closed their doors. For households and local economies, the consequences are immediate. Paychecks delayed, services interrupted, small businesses that depend on federal contracts put under pressure. Nationally, markets are watching for cost to GDP and for signs that key economic data, employment figures, trade numbers will be delayed or skewed. Politically, blame lines hardened in Washington, with no clear resolution in sight as leaders trade ultimatums. The longer the impasse endures, the deeper the ripple, into consumer confidence, into public health surveillance, and into the credibility of government institutions. This week, the global technology landscape turned on a handful of industry-shifting deals and announcements that accelerate the AI arms race. Major chip makers announced expanded supply agreements with leading AI cloud providers, and analysts flagged multi-billion-dollar commitments to capacity, custom silicon, and data center infrastructure. The practical outcome is simple: faster AI model training, wider deployment of generative systems, and intensified competition among U.S., South Korean, and Taiwanese suppliers. For businesses, this means both opportunity and risk, new products and automation at scale, but also the prospect of market concentration around a few dominant suppliers. For national security planners, the scramble for chip supply and advanced AI capability has strategic implications. Export controls, allied cooperation, and the race to secure critical industrial capacity are now frontline policy priorities.